Has anyone else ever felt like work took up all of their being, all of their day? You wake up, the first thing you do is go to work. You work all day. It's a long, hard, slow day. You don't really want to be there. Then it's over. You do whatever you do with your evening. It flies by in an instant, and all of a sudden, you're there again. The alarm clock goes off for the next day. Because I felt like that for a long time. But over the last couple of weeks, and just the last couple of weeks, I've noticed a change. I've made a work feel part of my life, not my life. You know, living for the times after work, enjoying those more than my actual job, letting my job feel like more of a means to an end. You know, there are some people that feel a lot of fulfillment from their work, but if you're not at that point, I challenge you right now, whatever situation you're in, try to make your work feel like more of a means to an end. What I mean by that is enjoying the time you spend outside of work and allowing what you do to enable what you do after work. Something I've been doing is delving into fitness very deeply, working out at my lunch break for hours after work. Things like that, whether you join a club, you start reading, where you're not just mindlessly scrolling your phone or sitting on the couch and watching TV and ordering Uber Eats, will transform the way you look at things, because you actually look forward to things outside of work, and it makes you feel like you're working to enable you to do those other things outside of work, and it actually makes getting through those days just a little bit more enjoyable. And you start to look forward to those times when you're going to the gym, when you're reading that book, when you're pushing yourself to do something for yourself, not for anyone else. Believe me, it's not easy to find that thing. Recently, I went through years of feeling like crap every day, and honestly, I'm not naive to the fact that I've been feeling good for a few weeks here. I actually uploaded my first video just a couple days ago. I had recorded it weeks prior, and I was in a terrible place. So I'm not naive to the fact that I found this, it's working for me, but I could so easily fall into the depths. But that's why I'm taking note of this now for myself, so that I can come back to it and know that you were working out every day. You were living for that. You were looking forward to that lunch hour where you were hopping on the cycle and pushing yourself and trying to, lose weight on the scale. For me, not that that's important. That's what it was a goal for me. And it took my mind into a place where I was passionate about something that was to my benefit. Not to a company, not to anyone, myself, and I like to do it. And I was striving for something that wasn't monetary, that wasn't going to get me some kind of promotion, or was literally, sometimes I feel like I push myself into a job because deep down I don't want to lose my job. I need the money, whatever. It wasn't because of any of that. It was because I wanted to. It was because I care about my body. And you know what? It's made me feel more like work is a means to an end. It's enabling me to move outside of this bubble that is my job and realize that Everyone goes through stressors. Everyone needs a job to pay the bills. You know, things don't work out here. Whatever. I'll find a way to make ends meet. And that's all it is. Making ends meet. Right now, one day do I hope I'm super passionate about my career and what I do? Absolutely. Have I had some success in my career? Sure. But right now, with my mental state, it's a means to an end. I'm viewing it as that. I'm trying to change my circumstances to center my life less around work and more around, for me, it's been fitness, working out, trying to feel better, eating healthy. That's made a difference. All those things have helped, and I'm going to continue to strive. And for the first time in a long time, maybe ever, I don't want to dive down back into that valley. I want to come out of it feeling good. I don't want to spend any more time in the evenings worrying about what my boss thinks, if I'm going to lose my job, any of these things, because ultimately, 99% of the time, things I worry about don't come to fruition. And guess what? Why worry? If something happens, I'll adjust, I'll figure it out, I'll adapt. Why spend this time worrying? You can do this.